television city in Hollywood. It's Card Shark. Here's the host of Card Shark, Bob Eubanks.
Thank you very much. Hello, everybody. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Card Sharks. Before we get started in our game, I want you to meet the two loveliest models on television. There are dealers here on Card Sharks, and here they are, Lacey Pemberton and Susanna Williams. Good morning, ladies.
Hello.
Let's pick it up from where we left off last time. Can we do that? It'll be Susanna dealing the red cards to our returning champion while Lacey deals out the blue cards on the lower level to our challenger. And while they're getting ready, we'll meet our two Card Sharks. Let's get them in here. Come on. Hi, Bob. How you doing? How are you today?
Great. Just great.
You brought your family.
I don't know where they are. I was looking for them.
Boy, I'll tell you what about. They're yelling for you, Pete. Come on, Pete. You ever say that?
No, I didn't.
I didn't either. How are you?
I'm just fine. My name is Pete Sinclair. I'm a criminal justice major at Cal State Los Angeles. And I'm working my way through school, working for a silk screening company.
Why?
Love to surf, love to ski, and I'm ready to win more money.
Yeah, more is right. The guy's won $7,400 as our champion so far. Woo! Happy about that. It's all right. And our pretty challenger is Faith.
Hi, I'm Faith from Milliard. I'm originally from Olympia, Minnesota. I'm now living in Huntington Beach. I love to golf, love to play tennis, love all kinds of sports, and I'm a sales representative.
You moved here to play golf, didn't
Yeah. You can't play golf in Minnesota. Well, you can, but only about 4 months out of the year.
you? Or if you play in the wintertime when the ball stops, you have a huge snowball.
Yeah, it's
don't
really
you?
tough.
Yeah.
Believe me, it is
Well,
tough.
we're glad you're here. Now, we're going to pick it up from where we left off last time. As you know, the object of our game is to work your way across the board by predicting whether each card is going to be higher or lower than the one preceding it. And as you can see, we were in the middle of game number 2. Am I correct, that? Game 2. And Pete has a slight lead in this game. But, Faith, you won the first game.
Right, I'm going to win the second one, too.
So that means that, Pete, you've got to win this game. We were at game 2, and we were about to ask question 3. Remember, there's a maximum of 4 questions in a game. First player to win 2 games wins the championship and goes on to play the high-low card. So if you're ready.
I'm ready.
Good. Here we go. The question's for you, Pete. We surveyed 100 married women, and we asked them, did you meet your husband on a blind date? How many married women said they did?
I think that that's going to be relatively high because that happens a lot of times. You fall in love, you know, at first sight, and it happens, and it works out. And so I'm going to say about 85.
Have you ever gone on a blind date?
Sure, many times.
Did it work out?
Well, for a little while.
What do you mean?
I mean, it was kind of a hello, goodbye situation.
Oh, it didn't work out there?
You know, a week or two, something like that.
Oh, that's
Worked
a
out
long
just little bit.
relationship. So you say 85 out of 100. Faith, he says 85 out of 100 married women said
No.
they did. They met.
No. I disagree. That's got to be a lot lower. I have been on a lot of blind dates, and believe me, I wish I was blind when I went on these dates. What a disaster. They were terrible.
What was the matter with them?
Oh, well, I could go on for hours, believe me.
We don't have that much time.
I know. So it's going to be lower.
I think it's going to be a lot lower, too. The actual number of married women who met their husband on a blind date is 11. Yes. It was a lot lower.
Get rid of it.
Now, for Pete, those relationships are 2 weeks long. That's a long relationship. You want to get rid of the 9?
Absolutely.
Because you won the high-low question, we can change the 9.
Yeah,
It's an 8
lower
now.
Lower
Than the ace. Your card is a deuce. Higher than the deuce. Your card is a 4. It'll go on. Higher than the 4. It's a 7.
Freeze it.
Freeze there?
Freeze.
Okay, if you're watching our show for the first time, she's going to freeze right there. That keeps Pete away from the cards, protects her position. If she wins the next high-low question, well, she'll have a chance to change that card. Speaking of that question, this is our 4th and final question in this game, which means a sudden death time. Someone must win the game on this play of the cards, so control is extremely important. For you, Faith, we surveyed 100 men who are newlyweds, and we asked them, before you got married, did you go out and have one last fling with another woman?
Oh, yeah.
How many newlywed men admitted they did have one last fling?
Well,
Did you say
really,
yeah for?
Yeah. Well, I really think, now I've never been a single guy ready to get married, but I really think
If you need a manager, let me know.
You'll be the first to
Yes,
know, okay? Promise. But I really think that a lot of men have done that, but you said how many have admitted. Now, that's a
How many
whole nother
newlywed men
story.
admitted they did have one last fling with another woman?
Oh, jeez. Let's just go with 32.
32 out of 100 men admitted that.
Yeah.
Pete, will it be higher or lower?
I'm going to say it's going to be a little bit lower than that because I don't think that if you're, just got engaged and stuff, that you're going to go out and do that.
If you're in love with a lady, why would you go have another fling?
I don't think so.
I think you're right. Let's see if it is lower. The actual number of newlywed men who had one last fling before they got married is 5. You're right, Pete. It was lower. All right, now, Pete.
Oh!
Here are your choices, my friend. This is sudden death time. You have 2 choices. You can play off the 6 or change the 6. Play it out. If you make a mistake, Faith wins the game and the championship. Or you can pass it on to her. She must play off the 7. If she goofs, you win the game. What do you want to do?
This is brutal. I'm going to pass it to you.
Going to pass it to Faith? All right, Faith, this is for the championship. What do you say? It's off the 7.
50-50. I got to go higher.
Higher than the 7. If it's higher than the 7, you're our new champ. If not, we'll play a tiebreaker game. No! That means that, Pete, you win game number 2.
I love it. I love this game. This game is great. What a week I'm having.
Things did work right. Add $100 to Pete. He's got now $7,500. 1 game apiece for each one of our contestants, which means we must play our tiebreaker game. And we will do that when we come back. The Card Sharks right after this. Welcome back to Card Sharks. Tiebreaker time. Each contestant won 1 game. That means the winner of this game will go on to play the big money cards. And as you can see in the tiebreaker game, Susanna's dealing out only 3 cards over there from the same deck. We'll have a maximum of 3 high-low questions. And the first question goes to our champion. Pete, this is for you. We surveyed 100 child psychiatrists, and we asked them, generally speaking, if a 10-year-old boy doesn't like sports, should he be forced to participate in them anyway? How many child psychiatrists said he should be forced to participate?
I think that all children should have some kind of athletic time to themselves. They need to do, activities like that. So I'm going to think that psychologists are going to say that, they probably should be forced a little bit into some kind of activity.
How many out of 100 do you think?
I'm going to say about 12.
12 out of 100.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, now, Faith, what do you say about this
Well,
one?
I'll tell you what. I think that, yes, they should be exposed, but I think in the natural environment they're going to be exposed, and you should never force anyone to do something. So...
Higher or lower than 12? How many child psychiatrists said he should be forced to participate?
Should be. I think that's going to be even lower than 12.
Even lower than 12?
Even lower than 12.
Good question. The actual number of child psychiatrists who said that a boy should be forced to participate in sports is 7. You're right, Faith. It was lower than the 12. All right, now, Faith, remember, you won the high-low question, so you can change this card if you want to do so. It's a 10.
Oh, God, I hate that card.
Want to change it? You want to change the card. Okay, the 10 now becomes a 7.
I'm going to go higher. Higher than
Listen
the
to
7.
Pete.
Higher.
Pete's going, all right.
Higher.
Higher than the 7, it is a jack. Yes. For the championship, if it's lower than the jack, it is. There you have it. She got you, Pete. That's all right, my friend. You still end up with $7,500. Good luck in your career.
Great.
We'll see you again.
Thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Come here, Faith. Come over here. Oh, this is it. Yeah, this is it right here. You stand right here. The champion stand right here. You okay?
Yeah, I'm wonderful.
Are you wonderful?
Yes,
All
fine.
right.
That's great.
You ready to play big money cards?
Let's do it.
You want to do it right now?
Right now.
I can
Please,
tell you
thank
did.
you.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's what's going to happen. Lacey and Susanna have a deck of cards that you cut before we went on the air. And remember, the money that you won so far is yours to keep no matter what happens. But now we're going to give you new money to bet with, and we'll start you on the bottom line there with $200. You bet your way across the board by calling high and low. When you get to the second line, we'll add another $400 to your betting money. That's beautiful,
That's
isn't it?
great.
Yes, you bet your way across the line again. The minimum bets are $50 until you get to the top row. At that time, you must bet at least half of your dollars. And also, you'll have a chance to change 1 card per line by choosing one of the spare cards that Lacey's dealing out right now.
Okay.
You understand the rules,
I
don't
got
you?
it.
Good. Give the
Okay.
lady $200. She's ready.
I'm ready.
Good luck to you. You can turn that $200 into $32,000 if you play it right. Faith, here's your first card. The card is a deuce. All of it higher. All right, $200 higher. If another deuce comes up in the big money cards,
No problem.
it's no
Higher.
problem. You're right. It's a no-win, no-loss
Higher.
situation. It is a 3. 400.
All of it higher.
All of it higher than the 3. It's a 4. You've got 800.
Okay. All of it higher.
All of it
All
higher.
of it higher.
Gambling the
Yes,
whole thing,
you
but it's
bet.
higher than the 4. It is. Ah, you got 1,600. We'll give you another 400.
I'll take it.
You now have $2,000. The 10 is yours to play or change.
Change it. Change that card. Number 1.
Number 1. The 10
Yeah.
now becomes a deuce with 2,000. Higher than the deuce. It's an ace. You got 4,000. Lower than the ace. It's a king. You got 8,000.
Oh, my. Oh, what the heck? Uh-oh.
You got $8,000.
Excuse me. Okay. Okay, we're going to go. 7,000 lower.
7,000. That is
Gotta say
lower
some
than
of
the
it.
king. It's a queen. $15,000. You have $15,000. You must bet at least $7,500.
I know. 14,000 lower. I'm going to save
14,000.
1,000.
Wait a minute. $14,000 that is lower than the queen. Good luck to you. Is it lower than the queen? Yes!
29,000.
You know, I said a moment ago, and I always think that you could turn that $200 into $32,000. I say, yeah. Look what she did, 29,000. The first time. We'll be back in a moment to meet a new challenger for our champion right after this. He may break the bank. Woo!
I used to make love to my wife.
Whenever we want.
Now, come in here, Tony. Boy, rub her shoulder or something. That's enough. Get a little of that luck. Tell us about Tony.
I'm Tony Blake. I'm originally from New York City, now living in Los Angeles. I'm a bartender at a major Los Angeles restaurant, which supports my budding novelist career. I'm married and have a wonderful little 15-month-old girl.
We know everything about you there is to
That's
know.
all
don't
there
we?
is to know.
What's the little pin on your lapel?
That's a little parakeet, which was a gift from an author friend way back when.
Little good luck thing.
Thank you.
Good. All right. You know how to play the
Sure.
game? You cut the cards. I know you did that. So let's get started. Susanna's dealing out new cards from a brand new deck, and let's begin with Faith. Here's your first question, Faith. We surveyed 100 single women. We asked them, would you marry a man your parents hated? How many single women said they would?
Well, I think that's going to be kind of a high number because nowadays women are more independent, and I think women are waiting longer to get married, and they're not so concerned about their parents' attitude anyway. Of course, they still are concerned, but they're not going to worry
Are you
about
going to
it.
marry this guy you're going with?
Well, one just never knows.
Oh, I see. He's probably going to be a little more
not in the-
enticed now than he was 30
Not
minutes
in
ago.
the plan right now, but how many would not?
How many single women said they would? They'd marry a man their parents hated.
Oh, they would. I think that's going to be kind of high. I will go with 68.
68 out of 100. Single women said they would. Tony, higher or lower than 68?
Oddly enough, my first marriage had a lot of those elements in it, and her parents hated me, but she married me anyway. I think if a woman really loves a guy, whatever her parents, they're headstrong, especially
Sure.
when they're young, and they're going to do whatever they want. I think it might even be a little bit higher.
Higher than 68. Actual number of single women who would marry a man that their parents hated is 60. No, it was not higher. It was lower. That means that Faith has control.
Okay.
Faith,
I'm ready.
you're ready. I knew you were ready, Faith. Look at what I got for you. It's a jack. Go lower than the jack. Your card is a 10.
Lower.
Gonna go on. Lower than the 10. King. Oh.
Oh,
Back
well.
to the jack she goes, and that means that, Tony, you get a free shot at the cards, but because you didn't win the high-low question, you must play off of this one. Your card now is a 6, Tony.
Oh, boy, let's go higher, Bob.
Higher than a 6. It is a 6 again. Oh, there we are, right there. Still tied up. Let's go to another high-low question for you. Tony, we surveyed 100 first graders, and we asked them, would you want to be a baby again? How many first graders said that they would want to be a baby again?
I don't think that's going to be too many. I think first graders, everybody's always looking to be older when you're that age. They want to be grown-ups. They want to be big and mature and whatever. And I think that's probably going to be a real low number, like maybe 17.
17 out of 100 first graders said they'd like to be a baby again. Faith, higher or lower?
You know, that's really tough. Like we said, they keep waiting and waiting to get in school and the whole bit. I really don't think there's going to be that many, and probably even lower than 17.
Even lower than 17?
Even lower, yes.
I wonder if it would matter if they had a brother or sister.
I think it would.
You know, it
'cause
might
then
be
they get
interesting, wouldn't
jealous.
it, if they had a little baby. The actual number of first graders who would want to be a baby again is 40. Wow! Wasn't lower, it was considerably higher. I'm surprised at that. Tony, you won the high-low question. So there's your 6. You can change or you can play.
Change that card.
Get rid of the 6. The 6 now becomes a queen.
All right. Okay, lower.
Lower than the queen. Your card is a 3.
Right. Higher.
Higher than the 3. It's a 4.
Higher, Bob.
Higher than a 4. It's a king.
Lower, Bob.
For the game. Yes. The lady says, no problem. I'll get him on the next game. No worries. Congratulations, Tony. $100. You win game number 1. First player to win 2 games naturally plays the big money cards. We'll be back for game number 2 in this match right after these words. See you in a moment.
Jay Bush here.
Number 2 now. Tony won the first game. Faith, you have to win this game in order to stay in the match. Here's our first question in this game. We surveyed 100 married women. We asked them, have you ever pretended you were asleep to avoid making love to your husband? How many married women admitted that they have?
Well, I don't know why they would. I think that would be the husband's problem and nothing that reflects on her. But I think some people may have, but, oh, I don't know. That's so tough.
Admitted that they pretended they were asleep to avoid making love to their husband. How many?
I think it's going to be kind of low. I really do. Number one, I would never admit it if someone asked me. But you don't think so?
Listen to
Okay,
that
let's
audience
go.
out there. All those girls with their eyes closed.
I'm going to say 44.
44 out of
Yeah.
100 admitted that they have done that. Tony, higher or lower than 44?
I'll tell you, Bob, you know, it depends on how long you've been married, but I suspect a lot of, after a while, some of these women say, hey, listen, you know, if you'll, rather than say, not tonight, I got a headache, it's a lot easier to just make believe, you know, don't bother me, I'm asleep. That's the new excuse. It's a new age excuse, I think.
Is that right?
Absolutely. So I think that's going to be even higher than
Higher
that.
than 44.
Absolutely.
Actual number of married women who have pretended they were asleep to avoid making love is 38, not higher. It was lower.
Okay.
I won't ask. You're not married, that's why I would ask. Are you ready, Faith?
I'm
Here's your
ready.
card. Your card is a queen.
Lower
Than the queen. It is an 8. Player freeze.
Freeze it, freeze it.
She's going to freeze. I thought maybe she might go on because she was so frivolous with her money a while ago. Going to freeze on the 8, keep Tony away from the cards. Here's our next question. Tony, for you. We surveyed 100 women, and we asked them, can a woman be really happy if she never has children? How many women said she can be happy anyway?
I'll tell you, I think children and women are like beer and potato chips. They go together, you know. Well, in other words, women
What
are
an
really,
analogy.
I know that
Kind of like oatmeal and whiskey, isn't it?
Exactly. My experience, I think all the women I've ever known have always said, except for one, and I knew a lot of women, that they wanted.
How many, Tony?
I would say it's a very. What was the question?
That's what I thought.
I got lost along the way.
How many women said she can be happy anyway if she never has children?
Very low. I would say it's about 18.
18 out of 100. All right,
It's going to
Faith.
be higher than that nowadays, higher.
Higher than
Higher.
18, the
Higher.
actual number of women who said a woman can be happy if she never has children is 75. Yeah, just like oatmeal and whiskey. All right. Get rid of the card. Sure, pardon me. You froze on the 8. Now you can change the 8. It's now a 10.
Lower.
Lower than the 10. Your card is a 9. Player freeze.
I got to freeze it. I got to
Again, she'll freeze. All right. Strategy is still working for her. Tony still hasn't had a chance to play at the cards. We'll pause for these words, and we'll be back to finish this game right after this. See you in just a minute.
I've always...
Ray Combs keeps his lips to himself in back-to-back episodes of Family Feud, followed by $100,000 Pyramid.
Welcome back to Card Chess. We don't have time to finish this game. We'll have to pick it up next time where we leave. You realize that your win of $29,000 is the biggest single win that we've had on the new Card Shark. So congratulations to you. And we'll see what happens tomorrow. Till then, I'm Bob Eubanks with Susanna Lacey and Gene saying we'll see you. Bye-bye.
Some of our departing contestants will receive A gift certificate from Sears Spring Summer Catalog with over 1,200 pages of ideas. 1-800-453-7000. And a calculator and sign arrest for three-way relief. Used as directed, it relieves headache, pain, sinus pressure, nasal congestion. Three-way relief, sign arrest. And a silver serving tray. And from out of the ocean comes a unique blended seafood. New delicacies. Now in the frozen food section. And a member of our studio audience will receive Halo's Power Track lighting system featuring low-voltage lamp holders, stunning lighting effects, combined with energy efficiency and contemporary styling from Halo.
Survey said.
Our survey said.
Survey said.
Survey said it's time for a full hour of the feud coming up next.